Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 7 of our Sonic and Knuckles Let's Play, and we're giving this boss another try.
That we are.
And hopefully we'll have better luck.
Yes. Oh crap. Well, I got 2.
Timing is very important to this boss.
Yeah, I kind of hate this one.
Yeah, Knuckles, initially it's hard to get momentum with him, but once you do, it works.
Not on a good start. Excuse me, ladies and gents.
There are the rings right there. Oh, are you getting what are you up to?
Well, I was gonna get more rings, but...
Yeah, they were right there. As long as you can hold on to one, you're good to go. Can you glide?
Well, I would, and then I remind myself those flame things he is exhausting from the front, so... And... Okay, so that's one.
There we go.
2. 3. 4.
Almost there.
Yeah. Crap.
Alright, you got this.
Thanks. 5.
Alright.
Thanks.
Yeah.
6. Oh, that's 6.
Yeah, that's a lot of hits.
7. 8.
There you go.
Okay, we did it, finally!
Yay!
At the start of the episode.
Yep.
Free the animals, we're done with this level.
Yep.
Man, I'm having
You're okay, you did it.
stress at the... Yeah, I did.
Yep.
At the second level. At the first level. The second half of the first level.
Yeah.
Well, Knuckles has a plane
See,
to catch.
These games have so much cool stuff in them that could have been in the movie that weren't.
Yeah. Instead, we have to bring Gun into this.
Well, yeah, we're already skipping right ahead to Sonic Adventure 2, which makes no sense because he made it clear he wants to do more than 3 movies.
Yeah.
He being the director, whose name I didn't bother remembering, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I just know it's a guy.
Mr. Sonic the Hedgehog movie director.
Yeah, Mr. Paramount Sonic the Hedgehog movie director.
That is thus your name.
Sorry
Sorry.
to fans of the Paramount movies. But
Yes, we apologize.
it's still a hard sell for me. And I don't know if that... You know, it's no big deal. I'm kind of used to being isolated from the rest of the Sonic fans with some of my opinions, so...
Yeah.
I was still defending the Sonic games during that period of time where everybody was like, we have decided since Sonic 06 sucks that all the Sonic games that aren't the classic Sonic games actually suck.
I hated that period.
I did too.
And admittedly, at the time, I was a casual Sonic fan, but there was no point in the fight. The bit war was over.
Yeah.
So, you were just... I feel like a lot of people were just kicking Sonic to the ground and then rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah, and I guess to be fair, a lot of people didn't like the Shadow the Hedgehog game, so but they liked it more than Sonic 06, but I don't think it was widely loved. I mean, other than some fans loved it, like me. I'm like, yeah, the story's a mess, I don't care, I enjoyed the game, I liked the concept. They kind of messed the concept up a little bit at the end, but I liked it overall. But I'm wondering if the people who just were kind of disappointed with the Shadow the Hedgehog game, and then they play Sonic 06, were like just so done that they just were like...
Were they even real fans?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they were, but just I don't understand
Neither do I.
it ruining the older games for them. The older but still modern, quote-unquote, modern Sonic games.
Because I was open-minded with the modern Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wasn't having a bad time until Sonic Boom and Sonic Lost World, really. Before that point, I was doing alright. I mean, the flops before that point were, like, not big flops in my opinion. Like, you know, to me, the ones that flopped were, like, the experimental ones anyway, so it wasn't a huge deal.
Yeah.
Like Sonic Chronicles, the Dark Brotherhood. It's to date, the only Sonic RPG game we have, and it failed miserably. And yes, it was very disappointing, but it didn't ruin the franchise for me, and I think that it didn't for a lot of the fans. That's why you don't hear people saying that Sonic Chronicles, the Dark Brotherhood...
and is it bad to admit that I wanted to play the Dark Brotherhood?
No, not at all, and you should play it. You know, you should experience it. At least once. I feel like there was potential there, and it was just a lot of bad decisions that made it not work.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was an outsourced game. I don't know that Sega had a lot to do with that game. And the music rendered horribly.
Yeah.
So, and then of course their generic villains angered Ken Penders because he said, "Those villains are a lot like my villains. Your evil echidnas are a lot like my evil echidnas."
I'm feeling sad for the echidnas, because they didn't ask to be climactic evil monsters.
Well, they were like some kind of cybernetic echidnas or something. They weren't the regular echidnas that like Knuckles is related to. Although that's a huge issue that I have forever with the Paramount Sonic movie. They kind of positioned the Echidna tribe as villains, and I'm like, no.
Oh wait, I think
somebody did not understand the nuances of Sonic Adventure's backstory, but
no, they did not. They did not at all.
And while certain parts of Knuckles' portrayal in that movie are cool, a lot of it is not cool. A lot of it's still, I think I said, comes across as borderline racist.
I think you did.
But yeah. But anyway, I wasn't talking about that. Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood was like, I still enjoyed it enough. I didn't complete the game though, because it did get tedious.
Right.
Because the controls were not great either. It was a little... It used too much... It used the DS gimmick of the controls with the... the stylus.
Oh, using the stylus as a controller?
Yeah. A lot of that, tap at this point to attack and all that.
Oh, I see.
And that really made it a lot slower than it should have been. Like, I feel like I could have gotten through battles with enemies a lot faster by just pressing buttons.
I'm sensing a pattern.
But Nintendo was kind of pushing using the stylus on the DS, so
they were.
I don't necessarily blame Sega for that one.
Neither do I.
But yeah, it would be nice if one day they try to do another Sonic RPG. I know it wasn't Yuji Naka, it was whoever's in charge now, because Yuji Naka is not part of Sega anymore. Very tragic. Whoever's currently in charge, when I find out, I will actually say his name, so sorry about that, guys. I do not know. But, he stated before that he's interested in trying again to make a Sonic RPG, and I would be all for that. I think they should give it another go.
Same.
And I think they'd be more successful this time.
So it sounds like that control issue is a bummer, but at the same token, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, so it's like controls, story, and audio were an issue, but not like, oh my god, this ruins my love for the Sonic game. No.
That's just petty. I mean, I know Mario made a few hop dingers. Or what was the phrase?
I don't know.
Hopple-dingers.
Oh.
Basically, Mario has made some bad games before also, but...
I've never heard that term.
It's a very G-rated old-fashioned term that hardly anyone uses. I mean...
And I'm guessing maybe not American term.
Probably not. The day that, say, a certain angry guy on YouTube says G-rated stuff like that, I think would be frightening.
YouTube censorship would have gone too far if we get to that.
Yes.
Although some already go in that direction because if they're not big enough, they're kind of afraid.
They are.
Which I understand.
We're afraid sometimes, but
yeah, for the most part, even though it critically bombed, it did not really hurt Sonic's reputation with the fans. But yeah, I really, really did not like Sonic Lost World. I didn't like the story. It made me a little bit dizzy, to be honest.
I still do not know how to do that one.
It is sad because I know it was probably going off of a lot of mechanics from Sonic Extreme, the game that was never released back in the Saturn days. Yep. I feel like it would have worked back in the Saturn days, but today, this is just my personal opinion, in today's gaming environment, I don't think it works anymore. I very much think it was a
Sonic. Yeah, Sonic Extreme story actually kind of breaks my heart.
It is very depressing.
I don't feel comfortable going that way.
Yeah. Is that the only way you can go?
I hope not. But I'm kind of boxed in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe you could ramp up. And you just have to time it right.
Right.
Yeah. There we go.
That's how you do it. Thanks, bud.
No problem.
I appreciate your input. That actually helped me out.
Yeah, as somebody who's played the classic Sonic games a few times, I have some ideas every once in a while.
A lot of ideas.
Thanks.
I'd argue more than me when it comes to Sonic as someone who came in late
Yeah.
to Sonic. When,
Yeah, I did grow up with the Sonic games.
Yeah.
So.
I wanted to. Things didn't work out back then, but
No. Yeah, I grew up playing both Mario and Sonic, so...
yeah. That's why I still think you're a really cool guy.
Thanks. Yeah, so I never got into the war that the fans seem to be.
Uh-huh.
I'm like... And that was... I think the US marketing teams had a lot to do with that.
Yep.
I have no idea if Japan was as gung-ho about it as the Americans were. I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
Even though they were fierce competitors in Japan as well.
Yep. Because Sega actually made a real 16-bit system, and
Yeah.
really they should have been getting the credit, except everybody wanted to give the hearts and credits to NEC with their PC Engine.
Yeah. You remember we saw that clip of the Mexican president where, like, actually most people were pro Sega, and that one guy was, like, really dishing some major shade at Nintendo, and was like, it's just a souped up, the Super Nintendo, it's just a souped up 8-bit console, and I'm
Right.
like, ouch.
It was.
I'm like, well, that's not really fair.
No, it wasn't,
Oh.
because the Super Nintendo was a legit 16-bit system.
But I was shocked to see a pro Sega crowd because
Yeah.
if it was in the US, it would probably be mostly
50-50, but
50-50. But depending on what venue you went to, 50-50 or pro Nintendo.
then you get that one kid who's like, NEC's where it's at, and then they all chuck their soda and
Yeah, they're all like,
Popcorn
shut
out.
up, nobody asked you. No one asked you, Paul.
yes. Nobody asked you about your TurboGrafx 16, man. But that would have been hilarious.
Just because your parents weren't cool enough to get you a Nintendo or a Sega, I'd be like, no, on the contrary, my parents are so cool that they got me a TurboGrafx.
Yeah.
You were the ones with the square parents.
Getting your thing at Toys R Us and Walmart.
Yeah. My dad had to go to a trade show to get this thing.
Yeah. In New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True story. It's true. The marketing was really weird for the TurboGrafx.
Yep. And if I remember this level correctly, I have to survive.
Yes! Survive.
Oh yeah, he shoots himself, right.
And you're like, run.
Yep. Alright. I think you're supposed to do something with that, but I don't really know, and I think I gotta run fast!
Yes.
Yes, gotta go fast, like Sonic X.
SONIC Go is so much better.
Agreed.
I forget what it's called. It had a name.
It did.
I just don't remember the name of it. But yeah, the Gotta Go Fast definitely reeks of 4Kids.
Oh yeah. It's got the 4Kids odor, you know?
Because, 4Kids always needs a catchphrase. And we're being exposed to a lot of the 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh! Spin-off catchphrases. Because we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist in our free time. Oh no.
No!
Okay. Well, we're going to
use
our cheat again.
Sorry, everybody.
Good thing there's no list for Sonic and Knuckles for the people who beat Sonic and Knuckles, or they'll be like,
yeah,
you don't get to go on the list.
This is not for the list or honor or bragging rights. This is to finish the game.
It's for you guys. We want to keep you guys invested.
Yeah, we've played all the Sonics. It's only fair that we do.
And I don't feel like breaking it up into 2 parts.
Yeah, it's only fair that we do Sonic and Knuckles.
Yes.
Both of them, because...
Yeah, because, I mean, as far as I understood, that's how you see the full ending of the game.
Yeah. Because it's 50-50, both Sonic and Knuckles get...
Yeah, because Knuckles realizes he had been used by the end of Sonic 3.
Mm-hmm.
So now he has to go after...
Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik.
To save his home.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's kind of cool.
And the Master Emerald.
Yes.
Because he's trying to run off with the Master Emerald.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's cool because that kind of gets the fans to go for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit that this and Sonic 3 are very fascinating to me.
Oh yeah, I love these games, and I feel like 3 and Sonic and Knuckles are often not necessarily forgotten, but when people talk about their favorites, they very rarely bring them up. Yeah. Like, I feel like Sonic 2 especially is praised and ported a million times, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles have gotten some ports, but they're not really the best ports, especially because of the controversy with the music in Sonic 3.
Right. Which I feel is way too overblown.
Yeah, it definitely is, and the fact that, to me, it's very troublesome that in the Sonic Origins port, they did the same thing where they changed the music. And so at the end of the day, I'm like, maybe at this point it's not the reputation thing, and it's all about money.
That's probably it.
Because it's probably much cheaper to pay the guy who's been, making video game music for your games for a very, very long time than to pay the estate of a musician who's very widely loved and famous.
Yes. And I feel infamous at the same time because they just... Maybe something happened, but...
Yeah.
I feel he just cannot get a break. Maybe it was something he did, maybe it was something somebody else did.
I think it's, I forget who said it, but somebody said the truth is usually 50% of each side, or something like that.
Yes.
And I think that this very much applies to that controversy that we can't really talk about on the channel.
Right.
Because it would definitely get us
demonetized.
And demonetized even though we're not making money yet.
Right.
But we want to if we're making money one day, we want our videos to make us money, our past videos to make us money.
Correct.
So we will not be talking about it on here openly, but
I suppose that other saying too would apply, that there are 3 sides to every story.
the 3 sides, yep. I'm guessing the third being the objective one.
Yeah, as my mom once joked, what he said would happen, what she said would happen, and what really happened.
Uh-huh.
But,
Yeah, so it's almost like you need the objective bystander, and maybe that's the third side of the story.
Yep. The person who has no skin in the game and just expresses what...
Here are the cold, hard facts.
Yeah. I guess, like, is Rashomon that movie as well? Even though that was more like 16 sides to the same story.
I don't know what...
It's a movie.
Okay.
I haven't seen
I'm not
it.
familiar with it.
I'm only vaguely aware of it. It's okay, bud. I don't know either.
The what?
It's a movie from the 50s.
Oh, that would explain why I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I've never seen it, so...
I do not follow movies from the 50s.
That's okay. I didn't watch the movie either.
Sorry about that, that was the pin click.
Yeah. Well, I can agree about that. It is a bit harder as Knuckles, but
Yeah.
in some areas it's easier, like I can climb up this
Yes.
thing, as opposed to
Yeah.
having to depend on friction and luck.
Yes. That's probably why they have to make it more difficult in some areas
That'd be
to
too easy.
balance it out, yeah. Right, that it might be too easy otherwise to play as Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like how with the Lost Levels, aka Japanese Mario 2, that I kind of actually preferred playing as Luigi
Uh-huh.
for the longest time, but some people, it seems like the mainstream would prefer to play as Mario because that's more what they were used to.
Uh-huh. I understand.
Yeah.
Was that around the time where he jumped higher?
Oh yeah, that introduced that difference, that Luigi would jump higher and Mario could run faster.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Fart!
But yeah, and of course I didn't like Sonic Boom, the game, because of the redesigns. And it was definitely rushed out for the holiday season. I would argue it's more glitchy than Sonic 06.
I think you're right on that.
I feel like Sonic 06 at the very least is a complete game.
Yeah.
And I actually like Sonic the Hedgehog 06. I will defend it.
So will I.
The glitches did not ruin the entire experience for me.
Because yeah,
go ahead.
I know the biggest controversial one is the first level, because that's the notorious one, the first batch of levels, but
Yes.
that's only one part of the game. The rest of the game is actually not that painful.
I know a very famous duo of gamers that played through the entire game and were treating it like crap the whole time.
It's certainly better than Secret Rings. Because
Yeah, I kind of prefer it to Sonic and the Secret Rings as well. Though I
Yeah.
don't have an issue with that game either,
True,
per se.
true.
I never played through the entire thing, though. I'd like to see how that game
Yeah,
ends.
eventually I'll have to complete Sonic and the Secret Rings. Driving controls be damned. Heck, I might actually be better at the game now than I was back then.
Right, yeah. I know we're at the end, so we'll
Okay.
hopefully be able to get to Act 2. And
Yeah.
once we do, we will end the play here.
Okay.
Once we make it, because I know we will.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Thanks, bud.
I know it's a little harder with Knuckles because it seems to take him longer to build momentum.
You're right.
I noticed than Sonic that's just right away momentum. Because he's a little speedster, that Sonic.
Yeah, I got some rings. That's another thing that makes it a bit different, is that I can climb up the wall.
Yes, you can climb walls and glide and punch with your knuckles.
Yeah.
How do you defeat this guy?
Okay, so when he rolls up like that.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4. Oh! Too high! Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I have I have another life, so I can try again.
Yep, we'll try again, and if not, then next time.
Yep. Well, I guess we're gonna try next time, everybody.
Next time. Bye, guys.
Take care, everybody.